Hi everyone. In the following video, we'll go over the two options you have on how you can lay out your blog posts. As you see, we have a grid view available, and we'll also have a list view available. Whenever you create a blog page, it is important that you, first of all, select the right template, and then you customize it accordingly. So let's go over to Pages and create a completely new blog page. So we'll go to Pages, click on Add New, and we'll type in New Blog Page. Okay, what we need to do now is just click on Publish. In order to activate our blog page, next off we need to go to Settings, click on Reading, for our front page displays, we need to select our Posts page, which is our blog post page. And here we have New Blog Page. We'll go ahead and click Save All Changes. Now we'll go back to our page and we can click on View Page. And here we have our blog. We have our URL, New Blog Page, and here we have the full blog. As you'll notice, we still have 3 other active blog posts. So in order to make customizations to our main blog page, we'll go here, click on Themes, and go to Content Settings. Within the content settings, we can choose whether we want to have a list layout or a grid layout. So I'll just go ahead and click Grid Layout, click on Update Settings, go back, refresh our page, and here we have a full grid layout. If we switch over back to list layout, we have an option to show excerpts on the list. Excerpt is basically like a small preview. So if we want to click yes, we'll have basically a featured image, and then we'll have some text, similar to this page here. If we do not wish to have an excerpt view, let's just click on no. All of our blog posts will be expanded. So we'll go here, refresh our new blog page. Here we have our blog posts, and they're expanded fully. You can see that every single blog post is divided by a line. So the option with Excerpt View gives us a condensed overview of the entire blog. We'll go click back to yes, and we can update our settings. We'll also have some additional options like blog archive thumbnail layout. We have archive listings, and then a blog archive list view layout. So there are a few options you can play around with to customize your blog. Another thing you need to keep in mind is your image sizes. As you see here, in our blog, we have our images uploaded, and they're 400 pixels high and just about 800 pixels wide. Here we have the option to adjust that size. So for example, if I want to have my blog preview images at maximum 200 pixels wide and keep the width of 840 pixels, I'll click on Update Settings. I'll refresh this page, and you can see that my preview image is cropped to 200 pixels high. That gives you the ability to load more blog posts and have a faster overview over the entire blog. But at the same time, you are limited to images being cropped, similar to this image here. It is cropped only to 200 pixels. Once you click on the actual blog post, the pixel height doesn't affect the blog content. It's just the preview, the blog preview content, which is really affected. So I'll go back and change this to its default settings to 400. And you can see the default settings here. And I'll update my settings. You can also see the grid thumbnail view for your blog post, and you can adjust those settings here as well. I'll refresh this page to revert to my original settings. Another option to keep in mind is that there are several ways you can manage your blog posts. You can create a blog page, just like I showed you, by going to Pages, clicking on All Pages. And here we have the new blog page which I published. I'll click on it and make customizations to it. So as you see here, my template is set to default. When I went to Settings and clicked on Reading, I set the blog post page to new page which I created, new blog page. If I choose my template to be blog posts, click Update. The new blog page, which I created, is still my active blog. However, some content settings and updates I make within the backend of Flotheme and content settings will be inactive. So if I switch over to grid layout, click on Update Settings, go to this page, refresh it. Whoops. As you can see here, my page still changed to the settings which I added in content settings. So in order to disable that page or disable these settings, I'll have to change my page from the settings reading menu. So if I select my default blog, click on Save Pages or Save Changes, I'll refresh this page, and it's back to its original list view. So in other words, the following settings, blog or grid layout, excerpt yes or no, are only for the particular page which is listed here in settings reading and is set as the default blog page. Because you can create multiple blog pages, you can have various settings for each page individually. So for example, my page where it says new blog page, which I created, I can have a list view or I can have a grid view. I can also have full width, I can have a right sidebar, or I can have a left sidebar on it. I can customize my page by adding a slideshow. I can show page title, enable or disable that option, and I can add additional content above my footer. So if I want to fully customize this page, I'll go ahead and select full width. I'll select my grid view. I would want to add an image slider on top of my blog page, content above footer, latest video posts. I can go ahead and update my page, refresh it, and here I have my new blog page which I recently created. I have the image slider which I added, it's changed to a grid view. And I have recent videos. So technically speaking, you can have multiple blog pages. You can customize every single blog page individually. But the important thing to keep in mind is that whenever you do make updates to the blog settings, is that the following settings for flow theme and content settings are only active for the page which has been selected in the reading section of the settings. If you create your own individual blog page and you selected the template for blog posts, you can navigate around the back end and customize it fully within this page here. The only sections which are active for customization is the image sizes, which you can select the width and the height of the images like I showed a few minutes ago. But this is pretty much everything in terms of how you can customize your blog pages.